In 2025, the vintage Christmas aesthetic has made a powerful comeback as people seek warmth, nostalgia, and emotional connection during the holiday season. This video will guide your viewers through timeless decorating ideas inspired by the 1940s, 1980s, blending retro pieces with modern touches. From heirloom ornaments to warm lighting and retro-inspired color palettes, we'll explore how to create a holiday atmosphere that feels both nostalgic and deeply comforting. Many homeowners in the US and Europe are embracing vintage decor because it brings back memories of simpler, cozy family celebrations. This trend combines emotional storytelling with tangible design elements that feel authentic and personal. The imperfections, textures, and history of vintage pieces add character, something that modern minimalism often lacks, making this style feel refreshingly heartfelt. Vintage Christmas color palettes differ from modern glam aesthetics. Expect muted reds, antique gold, frosted greens, sepia browns, and soft creams. These tones evoke a sense of old-world warmth and make any space feel more intimate. By using worn finishes and aged metallics, your decor instantly feels like it has a beautiful past worth remembering. A big part of creating this aesthetic is choosing the right materials. Think mercury glass, brushed brass, velvet ribbons, crochet lace, and hand-carved wood. These textures add dimension and visual richness to your holiday setup. Layering different materials helps your space feel curated and collected over many years, not just bought in a single season. A truly nostalgic Christmas tree often features irregular branches, natural silhouettes, and warm lighting. Some choose retro bubble lights or classic incandescent bulbs to recreate the magical glow of vintage holidays. Flocked trees, tinsel garlands, and wooden bead strands are also excellent elements to replicate a mid-century or classic 1970s look. The heart of a vintage Christmas look is in its ornaments. Think shiny bright bulbs, mercury glass pieces, hand-painted baubles, wooden toys, crocheted snowflakes, and heirloom keepsakes passed through generations. Combining different eras, like 1950s metallic ornaments and 1980s wooden crafts, creates a rich, nostalgic story on your tree. Mantels are one of the most expressive areas for a vintage Christmas aesthetic. Use vintage picture frames, taper candles, brass candle holders, old-fashioned stockings, and handmade garlands to curate a warm, story-driven design. Consider adding retro toys or framed sheet music for that extra sentimental feel. Vintage lighting is all about warmth. Consider amber bulbs, retro fairy lights, bubble lights, lanterns, and traditional candle-style lights. These sources of illumination add softness and depth, making your home feel like a scene from a timeless Christmas storybook. Lighting sets the emotional tone of the entire space. A truly vintage holiday isn't just visual, it's sensory. Scents like cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, pine, and orange peel elevate the nostalgic feeling. Simmering pots, scented candles, and dried citrus garlands bring back memories of traditional holiday preparations. Combined with soft lighting, the atmosphere becomes deeply grounding and comforting. Retro wrapping ideas use craft paper, newspaper prints, checkered patterns, red twine, dried oranges, lace ribbons, and wax seals. Gift wrapping becomes part of the decor, arranged under the tree like vintage illustrations come to life. These small touches reflect a time when handmade elements were valued and cherished. Vintage furniture like carved wooden stools, distressed cabinets, or curved mid-century seating pieces help anchor the Christmas aesthetic. Even one or two antique items bring authenticity to your holiday setup. Look for pieces with character, peeling paint, patina, or craftsmanship details that no modern factory can replicate. Vintage Christmas wall art such as old postcard prints, classic holiday advertisements, or watercolor winter landscapes enhances the nostalgic feel. Placing these pieces in wooden or brass frames adds a sense of timelessness. You can also mix modern retro-style prints for a balanced and curated gallery wall. A nostalgic Christmas kitchen includes classic ceramic cookie jars, enamelware, plaid table runners, and retro bakeware. For the dining table, use vintage china, mismatched glassware, brass cutlery, and candles to create a festive yet old-fashioned atmosphere. These touches make holiday meals feel more intimate and memorable. Textiles are essential in creating the vintage atmosphere. Opt for knitted throws, embroidered tablecloths, plaid blankets, and retro-patterned cushions. Soft textures evoke warmth and tradition, making your home feel inviting. These textiles often carry sentimental value, similar to beloved items passed down through generations. The heart of a vintage Christmas aesthetic lies in handmade touches. DIY dried orange garlands, paper snowflakes, wooden toys, or embroidered ornaments add authenticity and charm. Creating these pieces becomes a family activity, strengthening the emotional connection to your decor and reviving traditions from the past. While the theme is vintage, you don't need to avoid modern items. The key is balance. Pair retro ornaments with modern LED candles, or place vintage prints beside minimalist decor for contrast. This fusion creates a timeless style that feels curated, not outdated, perfect for contemporary homes. Each piece of decor should contribute to a nostalgic narrative. Use items that remind you of childhood memories, family traditions, or classic holiday movies. When decorations carry meaning, your home becomes more than just festive, it becomes a living storybook filled with emotion and history. You can find genuine vintage pieces in thrift stores, flea markets, estate sales, and online marketplaces. Look for ornaments with wear, candles with brass patina, or holiday linens that show age in a beautiful way. Authentic imperfections make the style feel genuine, not overly polished. Small details like retro Christmas mugs, vintage record players, old holiday music vinyls, and classic toys add delightful finishing touches. These elements create a multi-layered environment where every corner feels thoughtfully designed. The more personal the detail, the more powerful the nostalgic impact. A vintage Christmas aesthetic in 2025 is more than a style, it's an emotional journey back to heartwarming memories and timeless traditions. By embracing aged textures, retro ornaments, classic lighting, and handmade touches, you create a holiday atmosphere that feels soulful, comforting, and deeply meaningful. May your home become a warm, nostalgic sanctuary this Christmas season.